Today on Green Country People and Places.
We're making about 208 cups per minute right now.
Almost what I can eat. Have you ever been driving on 21st Street between Yale and Harvard and asked yourself, why is there a train sitting on the corner? So it's hot, right?
It is hot.
Really hot.
310 degrees or so.
Now you tell me. Oklahoma's green country. Can you let go my thumb and I can get you some more? It's full of unique places. This does remind me of the Flintstones house. This thing's huge.
It's pretty impressive.
And interesting people.
This is the trading post here.
I have a lot of paranormal activity over here.
What is that, a horse? So come along with us and enjoy the ride. This is going to be a lot of fun. We're at Bluebell, and Marty, you're the general manager?
Yes, Marty Kilgore.
Appreciate it, and you're going to take us on a tour, right?
Absolutely. We're going to go right down on the production floor and see it firsthand, see how the ice cream is made.
Oh, that's awesome. Good. Anything I have to do in advance?
Okay, yes. Before we get started, since we're going down on the floor, need to get you all geared up with a hairnet, some earplugs, beard guard.
That's actually flattering, the hairnet for me. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's
Well, I must say I get style points, don't I?
Oh, you look really good. That green is absolutely your color.
I like it.
So.
There is some hair under there, honest. So what area are we in right now?
So now we're in the dry storage area. This is where we receive all the dry ingredients and dry goods. This is all of our cardboard, the containers that all the ice cream and stuff goes into.
Woo, lot of stuff.
Lot of stuff. This is all of our ingredients that actually go into the ice cream. So we have cocoa, we have different stabilizers, the salt, some flavor, some different shade for coloring. So all this area goes right into our blend room area where they actually blend it right into the liquid mix, the base mix.
This isn't all your dry ingredients, right?
No, this is not all of our dry ingredients. We actually have two warehouses. One is underneath us in the basement, and then what you see here. So between both dry storage areas, we go through that about every 3 days. We have an old saying that our ice cream is so fresh it was milk, or it was grass yesterday, and so that's so we understand freshness around here. Okay, now we're in our blend room area. So this is where we actually take all the liquid ingredients, the milk, the cream, condensed, and blend it up into a liquid base with all the cocos and the stabilizers and stuff we just seen out there. So
is this milk?
This is silos or tanks that we have that we received all of our put all of our raw ingredients in.
Oh, okay.
We receive about 35,000 gallons of milk each day, about 20,000 gallons of cream per week, and about 15,000 gallons of whole condensed or buttermilk.
You're probably responsible for about a half of Oklahoma's dairy production.
And so we move a lot of liquid ingredients out as well. That's not counting about the 250,000 pounds of granulated sugar, so that's a major sweet tooth there. So, but after we receive all the ingredients, it is pumped into these tanks and is stored there until we need to use it. So this is our blender. This is where all the liquid ingredients are pumped into. On the screen here, we do the recipes, and the recipes are sent out on the computer. All we have to do is push the button, and it knows exactly how much to add per batch. So what it does is it just pumps in the liquid. This right here is probably some type of a sugar and milk. Then we can just turn the agitator on. We get that stirring up, and then we will dump the cocos, any granulated sugar, or anything that needs to be blended up. And as it's being blended up, then it's pumped over to another bigger storage tank.
That is definitely a blender on steroids.
Blender on steroids. That we make about 3,200 gallons per hour. So that, even though that's a small blender, it's just blending up and being pumped over to a bigger storage tank almost instantaneously.
It's a little bit louder now.
Yeah, it's a little louder in here because we're actually running this what we call a high temperature short time. It heats up that liquid mix to pasteurized temperature and holds it there for the amount of time that it has to hold to kill all the bacteria.
It looks like a giant radiator.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. You have the hot mix going through one side, and then you have, after it's pasteurized, then you have that cold pasteurized mix coming back on the other side, and it's transferring that heat from the cold to the hot. So basically, you're pumping about 100 gallon an hour through this machine. It's right now coming in at 40 degrees. It's heated up to about 180. 178 is pasteurized temperature, and it's being held there for 20 seconds. Then that kills all the bacteria, and then it's immediately coming right back through the press on the other side and being pulled back down to 40 degrees. So in a very short amount of time, in less than 60 seconds, you're heating it up to pasteurized temperature, holding it, then pulling it right back down to 40 degrees in less than a minute.
Good night. This is neat. It's quiet too.
This is quiet. This is the quiet area of the processing. So this is our quality control lab. Here we do a lot of testing on both the raw side and the pasteurized side. So like Nancy here, our lab tech, she's actually doing some testing on some product where we take samples each day. We make sure that there's no type of, it's been homogenized properly.
Hi, Nancy.
There's no coliform. Good morning, Nancy. We have to test the butter fat and the amount of solids. To be legalized ice cream, you have to be at least a 10% butter fat. So there is a standard for ice cream.
Well, and the butter fat makes it so nice.
That's the butter fat, yes, is what makes it so good. So right now she is actually reading the amount of butter fat that one of the sample of ice cream actually has in it to make sure it does meet the standard. Linda is actually, we're doing some testing on some finished product. This is each morning we actually have a taste panel that comes in and tastes our homemade vanilla. We make sure we taste it every day, that it's the same yet today as it was yesterday and the day before and ever. So they get to do a lot of fun stuff, doing some taste testing, cutting the half gallons, make sure it has the right amount of nuts, inclusions and things like that, weighs right. But there's also, they have to do a lot of tasting on the raw side, which is, so in 3 o'clock in the morning when you're tasting buttermilk or cream or condensed, it's not very fun in here. So now we've entered the production area. This is actually where that liquid mix is being drawn up into these different flavor tanks for different operations. So each one of these tanks holds a different type of ice cream for that operation today. So right now, this operation here is a homemade vanilla. So we're drawing up the homemade vanilla base mix. We'll add any of the last minute flavorings or anything that we need to add before it goes into our freezers and is froze and put into the carton.
This is one busy place now.
We're very busy. We're like little ants running everywhere all the time.
I've got a perfect puzzle for you. Oompa loompa doompa-dee-dee. If you are...
This is the industrial freezer where the ice cream, the liquid ice cream goes through 2 barrels. Anhydrous ammonia is sprayed on the outside of that barrel, freezes it, and it's continuously pumped through. And as you can see the lines coming across, that actually isn't white line, that's actually ice.
Oh my
It is
God.
so cold, it freezes that line. And from there it comes over into the filling machine, and then it's put into the carton. Here today we're running Ultimate Neapolitan. So you have 3 different flavors going into this carton. You can see all 3 lines, each one of them is a different flavor. So you have your chocolate, your homemade, and your strawberries and homemade coming all into one area. And then it's put into that carton perfectly where you have an even distribution of all 3 flavors.
Wow, and then it comes off of here and goes behind it, right? And the people take them and put them in
After
boxes?
it's filled, then it goes, the lid is put on, and then it's sent right out for our packagers to put it in the sleeve, send it down the conveyor line to go into the hardening room.
This is kind of like what you call feed the beast. You just keep it going and going and going.
It goes 12 and a half hours a day. This machine right here right now is only running 40 per minute because of a special flavor, but usually it runs 52 a minute. And so from about 4 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock in the evening, it's running nonstop.
You do all sizes too, don't you?
We do all sizes. This is our 3-ounce cup. So here we're making a variety pack today. So you can see on one side it's a homemade, the other side it's vanilla, and it goes into the same package. There's 2 machines running simultaneously, so we're making about 208 cups per minute right now on this.
Almost what I can eat.
Almost, yeah.
Now I noticed one thing. You actually have a lot of windows up here, and that's one of the reasons we came here, because you give tours to the public.
Right. As you can see all the way around this, in the production area, there's windows. So the tour is able to see from 3 different angles, see the production area. They also can see the dry storage and the processing area as well.
That's pretty cool, because there's not too many places that do food or edible products that will allow the public to come in to see how it's made. I know a lot of chefs who wouldn't want you in their kitchen, much less in this.
Well, we run a very clean operation. Our packagers take a lot of pride in what we do. They keep their machines looking good, so we don't have nothing to hide. We want to be able to invite the people in to come and see what we do every day, and it puts a smile on their face. So it makes our day go by even better.
I'm your ice cream man, stop me when I'm passing by. I'm your ice cream man, stop me when I'm passing by. They say all my flavors guaranteed to satisfy.
It got a little bit cooler.
It is. This is 40 degrees here. So this is actually the product that we just saw that was being packaged out in the production area. So now it's coming in and it's going into our blast freezer. The blast freezer is the temperature is about -20, but it has a wind chill anywhere between -80 to -120 degrees.
Oh my God!
So we're trying to freeze this ice cream as fast as possible, but to trap that freshness, make the smallest ice crystals possible, where it gives it that smooth, creamy texture. So when it goes into here, it usually will stay into that freezer for about 4.5 to 5 hours.
Really?
And when it comes back out, the other line that is coming out we see here is it has been in there for 4 or 5 hours. So now it is literally froze as hard as a rock. Very seldom our maintenance guys do have to go in there and do some work. At that time we have to turn off the fans where they can, the temperature's still -20, but you don't have the wind chill factor.
Well, I know when this airs, it's going to be a little bit cooler, but today it's supposed to get to 107, so I'm enjoying this a lot.
Yep.
So this is on a journey right now.
Yes, this pallet here, it come out of the hardening system. It's completely froze. It's been palletized, and now it's going to the wrap machine where it'll be wrapped.
This is pretty cool because the thing that's doing the pallet work is not a person. It's this big yellow arm back here.
Absolutely. We have 3 robots. This one that we're looking at is only stacking ½ gallons, but on one line it's stacking mint chocolate chip, and on the other line it's stacking homemade. And it's all automated, and it knows exactly where to place it and what pattern.
I get this feeling it's staring at us. That's the only thing that's worrying me about that thing.
It can be a little intimidating.
I feel like I'm in Raiders of the Lost Ark at about 30 degrees.
Okay. We actually are -20 degrees right here.
Really?
So yeah, we just came from a 40-degree room into this, so we actually just made a 60-degree temperature change just by walking through one door.
Wow.
So this is our cold storage vault. We hold around 6,000 pallets of finished goods that are waiting to be shipped out to all of our local, or to our branches throughout the southwest, or southeast, I'm sorry. So it stays very cold in here, a lot of movement. Every pallet is put in these racks with forklifts. So forklift drivers are in here all day long in this -20, moving pallets around.
Oops, here comes one right now. That's okay. I like the, yeah, he's bundled up, isn't he?
Yes.
We're in here just a few minutes. I imagine a little bit longer, it does get pretty nippy.
Yes, they do have special suits, but I don't think there's a suit thick enough to keep me warm enough in this area.
Sometimes sit back, you need something to keep you cool.
So you know, television's a really tough job.
Oh, this is a tough job. Way to end the day.
Oh yeah, I tell you, my boss, you know, we're working hard, but I do want to thank you for the tour. This is really neat.
Well, we're glad you came out, and hopefully you enjoyed the tour and know a little bit more about how to make ice cream now.
Definitely. Slaving away.
See now all my flavors are guaranteed to satisfy. Hold on a second, baby. I gotta put my banana in Dixie cups. All flavors and push-ups too. I'm your ice cream man, baby. Stop me when I'm...
Take the last train to Bartlesville and I'll meet you at the station.
Have you ever been driving on 21st Street between Yale and Harvard and asked yourself, why is there a train sitting on the corner? Well, this locomotive was built in 1917 and pulled logging trains in eastern Oklahoma for a company named Dirk's Forest. In 1963, the train was donated to the city of Tulsa and transported to the Tulsa State Fairgrounds. The steam engine weighs 58 tons, so don't ask me how it got here. For a while, the engine was used as an exhibition at the annual state fair and was located near the Petroleum Exposition Building, later known as the Expo Center and now the Quick Trip Center to you young kids. For us old-timers, we remember it being right next to Bell's Amusement Park. You could get close to it as you played putt-putt golf, or if you were a small one, you could get next to it while you're riding that little car ride. As time went by, the locomotive was taking up too much room, so they moved it to this corner. Again, don't ask me how they moved a 116,000-pound steam engine. I don't see any train tracks around here. But for being nearly 100 years old, the train is in remarkable shape and can be visited 7 days a week.
Take the last train to Clarksville. Take the last train to Clarksville. Take the last train to Clarksville.
What is that, a horse? It's the Keepsake Candle Dog. Hi, big boy. You want to be on TV? No? Okay. It's amazing what you see out here sometimes. At least he is friendly. Well, Alice is the co-owner, along with your husband, for Keepsake Candles. Nice to meet you.
Welcome to Keepsake.
Oh, thank you. This is really cool. Lots of candles, obviously.
Obviously.
Your inspiration was art glass, correct?
It's pattern glass, not cut glass.
That is so neat. So this is,
Yeah.
wow. That is beautiful. So you actually make a rubber mold around this, and there's a little bit of it left over on the bottom right there, right?
Yeah. And well, it's the trademark.
Oh, that's neat. Okay. Now, you don't just make fancy, you also make standard candles, too, and these are tarts?
No, these are votives.
Oh, my wife would kill me for that.
Yes, and you have to burn them in a little cup that just fits.
Right, yeah.
They will be consumed.
Our house looks like a Catholic church sometimes with all the candles
I
going.
hope you're saying your prayers.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Your husband gets into the fancy stuff.
Yes, he carved the cardinals on there, and then they get hand painted, and I usually get the job of hot gluing the little berries or whatever on there.
You get the technical job. And then again, it's hollow like the other ones.
Yeah, it's the outer shell
Yeah.
with the scented wax on the inside.
So you don't ever have to worry about this melting away.
Right.
Well, and now for the man behind the curtain. Hi, Ed.
Hello, Tim.
I'm so glad to get back here where you're actually making stuff now. It smells really good in here, but not really girly. It smells like wax.
The fragrances are all in the next room. Over here, you just smell hot wax. What we do here is called rotational molding. We put hot wax in a silicone rubber mold and then rotate that.
That's what this spinning gizmo thing over here is. You built this yourself, didn't you?
Yes. I don't know how you can tell, but
PVC and angle iron, you got my heart right there. That's pretty cool.
take the rubber bands off.
Okay, let me do that. Big rubber bands. I don't have any fingernails today, I hope you know. Is that part of the job requirement? Okay. Oh, there's a seam there. Oh, okay.
Open that, and you can peel the lid off.
Okay. Oh my, that's so cool.
This is actually a copy of an old German candle.
That's neat. Now this is white.
Yes.
Does it stay white?
For this one it will, because these are called a hurricane style.
Okay.
And the idea is you put another candle inside, and when it burns, it glows and illuminates this whole thing.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I got you. So it shows through. You know, I have a bad feeling about this. I'm going to be working with hot stuff.
That's why you're wearing gloves.
And who is Juan, and is he not here anymore?
Juan is my son-in-law, and right now he's visiting his parents in Argentina.
Oh, good. He's not recovering or anything.
No,
Okay.
Juan's in good shape.
Okay, cool. So what do I do?
All right.
This is the mold.
That's the silicone rubber mold.
This is the wax. So it's hot, right?
It is hot.
Really hot.
310 degrees or so.
Now you tell me. So, in the hole, right?
In the hole, not down your glove.
That would be preferable. Oh, Lordy.
You're actually pretty steady at that.
Well, it pays to drink early in the morning.
Yeah, I see. Steadies your nerve.
So turn it, yeah,
Turn it over. One rotation.
one rotation.
And
Okay.
okay, now you've made one complete revolution. You can go ahead and set it over here on the roller.
Okay, keep it
It'll
flat.
do all the rest of the work for you.
Oh, so you do this in stages,
Yes.
like so. Are these blowing cold air or air at all?
They can. Yeah. Right at the moment, they're not.
And then how long will that roll?
That'll roll about 10 minutes.
And
It'll
then,
be ready for the next layer.
and you do 3 layers about, or 4 or 5?
Typically 3 on the outside, and then after it's taken out and trimmed, we'll put another thick layer in the bottom.
Oh, okay. Neat.
And you light up my life. You give me hope to carry on.
One cool thing about Keepsake candles is they have one shop dog, Marley. Marley, show them your good end. There you go. They have 3 shop cats. It's in there somewhere. It's alive. Sorry, you can go back to sleep. Oh, hi, Gary. More wax, I see.
Yes.
So what you working on?
Well, we're working on these 4-inch candles.
So these are silicone rubber little things you got down here,
Yes,
molds.
Exactly. Yes, and then, so the wax doesn't stick to it.
Yeah. And so how do you do this?
Well, we make sure we get our wax hot enough without burning it.
Seems like everything in here is hot. And it's not as easy as it looks, I'm sure.
Tim, you want to try this?
Sure. Gloves, right?
Yes.
How hot is this stuff again?
Well, when we're really busy, it gets rather hot.
It does.
A lot of smoke going in the air. Of course, these ornaments are taken, and kids take them and they put them on a wall. And then some of these, of course, are specialized just at Christmas.
Well, you do make some of these for Yankee Candle, too.
Yes.
Well, that's a big time.
They have the children dip these in.
Oh, that's cool.
Shake a couple drops off. Hang it up to dry. Kids love them.
Hey, and it's something I can do.
That's right.
Oh, not bad. I might have a career in this.
You are so beautiful.
Well, speaking of color, we have Fran. Nice to meet you, Fran.
Hello.
Hi.
Glad to meet you.
Who's this?
This is my friend Pearl.
Hi, Pearl. Pearl help you out.
She likes it here under the light, and sometimes she is an artist herself, as you can see.
Oh, I see. She's very good.
Yes.
So what are you doing?
I'm putting color on the candles. As you can see, I've made this a Palomino horse.
Uh-huh. It's beautiful.
I'm putting a blaze on his face right now.
Yeah.
But he started out this color, and so I put layer upon layer of color.
And you're actually working on several candles at once?
Yes, because when I put a layer on, we have to let it dry. Otherwise, if I put red on these cardinals, that's going to turn him pink.
And this is some of Ed's handiwork. He carved these and made the molds for these candles?
He does. He's the, we call him the genius in the back.
Well, now we're in the fancy smancy smelling room where all the fragrances and stuffings, I guess, for the candles are done. And we've got Donna. Donna, oh Lord. That looks hot.
It's hot.
Wow, what is this? Is this all wax?
Yeah, we come in every morning and it's got a heater underneath it. We heat it up and it stays hot all day.
Wow.
Liquid wax.
Neat.
And I just take it and add it to my bucket.
Okay, it smells really good in here now. Is this the fragrance room too?
Yes.
Oh, I see on the wall over here you have all these mason jars and such.
Cloves, lemongrass, country rose.
Whoa, that's strong.
Yeah, and it's got a different melting point. You use a different type of wick on the clove.
Really?
Yeah, it's because the way it burns, we have to have a bigger wick for it.
Oh, a lot of science to this. Now, this is where you do all your other work, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the wax that doesn't melt easily, the outsides on these,
Exactly.
right? Okay.
Exactly.
That's neat. You got some in there. What's now?
Now we take our smaller wicks. I'll let you put that one in, and you want to put it right in the middle.
Okay. And so they have a base on them, so the base sets up in...
It sets in the middle, and this one is a little...
Oh, I see. It's a little sticky on the bottom.
Yeah.
So these are all truly handmade. I mean,
Right.
People don't think about this, do they?
No, and they think it's going to be easy, and I found out it's not as easy as it looks.
Well, this has been a really interesting trip. I appreciate you letting us come to Keepsake Candle to see what's going on because, yeah, we just burn candles at home, and I've never thought once about what it takes to do them.
It takes a lot.
Stop the world and